Okay, you're gonna find it's brown sugar, and then you're gonna find like monk fruit sugar or something else. There he goes. Stay tuned.
Oh, by the way, you do have a couple of your cookies here.
Okay, we have all-purpose flour. You're only going to use maybe a tablespoon. We're going to have some ground cinnamon, and he brought me a little bit of the almost finished ground cinnamon. And here he is, and his vanilla. What's vanilla? Is it liquid? No, it's hard as a rock. Forget that. And then we have some ground nutmeg. I told him in a little miniature one with the little red cap. And we have the brown sugar that we're going to break up. And here he comes.
Multitasking.
Oh, yeah, he's making pie crusts right now. I just get the pre-made pie crust, okay? And you let it sit out from the freezer for a little while so you can flip it over and have a nice top crust, okay? See, there's 2 in here. I'll show you. 1, 2. Okay, took the pie crust bag off. And now we're going to get ready to make the apple mixture. As you can see, I don't use a measuring. I just kind of go by judgment. We like a lot of cinnamon. You're going to add your nutmeg. Not a lot, because then it'll taste funky. Nutmeg, okay? Just a little, right? Because they ask for like a half a teaspoon. Here, 6 to 7 large Granny Smith apples, but I use Honeycrisp. 1 cup of brown sugar, I use a lot less, and I use light brown sugar. Half a cup of sugar, and I use golden monk fruit. And what else do we need? 2 tablespoons of flour that you mix into the mixture so it stays thick. And 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half of teaspoon of vanilla. I add extra, and I already put the nutmeg in. Now he wants me to record him doing his apples. Hold on. Isn't that ingenious? What do you think? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, Brion.
Okay, now I take the apple off of there, put it on the cutting board, and I use the apple corer. Put it down.
This, we're going to be in the Amish country soon. Amish.
And the apple pieces
Amish?
are ready to go. Nice and crisp.
And then you're going to keep all... Hold on, I didn't...
Okay, here I go. Next apple.
And then what we do is with the leftover pieces of apple, we put them outside for the animal. All right, I'm going to add some brown sugar like I told you. I'm adding brown sugar. I talked too fast. I'm going to add some light brown sugar. I don't measure. I just dump it in. And then I'm going to add some monk fruit. I did the cinnamon already, and then we add a little bit of flour. Stay tuned. Here we are, I'm adding the flour, about 2 tablespoons. Gonna mix it all up. I need a spoon, and then after I mix this all up, I'll put the apples in, and then I'll add the vanilla, and we stir it around. Bake at 350 for about 60 minutes. Once you put everything in the pie shell, you're gonna cover the pie shell with the other pie shell. Here are the apples, and I'm gonna get ready to put them into the mixture. Don't forget to add your vanilla. Put it in the oven once this is all mixed and placed in the pie shell. And then later he's gonna eat it. Just eat it. Eat it, eat it. Okay, as you can see, the apples are all coated with the mixture. Sugar, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, flour, brown sugar. Did you hear that? Anyway, here you go. I'm going to place this in the pie crust. Ready? All coated nicely. That's plenty of apples. I use Honeycrisp apples. You could use whatever apples you like. And then I'm going to place the pie crust shell over it. So we have pie crust on top. Then I'm gonna spray the pie crust. I'm gonna poke some holes into the pie crust and then sprinkle some sugar and cinnamon on top, or you could just sprinkle cinnamon. And then once the pie crust is over the top of the apples, we're gonna place it in the oven, and then later on we're gonna have dessert. I'll show you the finished product as soon as it's done. Stay tuned. This is how you place the pie crust on top. Okay. All right, I put the top on, the top crust. You poke holes in the top. I sprayed it with canola oil spray. I'm adding some cinnamon to the top. You could add a little sugar. I'm gonna take some of the mixture from the apples and spread it all across the top. And then it's gonna go in the oven at 350 for about 60 minutes. I put down tin foil on the bottom so it doesn't drip all over, and it's also sitting on a piece of parchment paper. And we're going to bake it at 350 for about 60 minutes. And we are just about ready to get the baking going. There you go. 60 minutes, check it. See if it's brown and crunchy and baked. This is smelling so good. We just had Porky standing here looking up at the oven, and he wants a piece of this pie. This will be ready in about 10 minutes, but it's gonna sit, and then we're gonna have it later on. And excuse me, Porky, Porky, are you waiting for some pie? You are. He is.